Easy first down and a little bit more. And I thought he was going to go a bit further then. 7, and they're going to kick a field goal. They've done a couple of good easy passing catches, picking up a couple of first downs, but wasn't enough to get them into the end zone. That's 3 points for the Vikings. 1st and 10 for the Broncos. Let's see what they can do. Oh, that's a fumble! Oh my!
As all of October, we'll be seeing this for Breast Cancer Awareness Month in the NFL.
And it's a sack on. Derek Wolf's going to get done for a horse collar here. Face mask? Pulled on his back and apparently with a face mask, but easy pass again. Big hit by Stewart, but he's just wide open. 2nd and 12 for the Vikings after a brilliant defensive display by DeMarcus Ware. What can they do? Bridgewater's just been able to make some easy passes so far. Broncos have denied them getting any further. Should be an easy one. And they put another 3 points on the board, and they're up by 6 now. And they need to start churning out some yards. They've not managed to pick up a first down so far, and there's no one open again, and he is sacked. And Peyton is having a bad game so far. 2nd and 17 for the Broncos again. This Vikings defense has been all over them, and there they go. Just rushing the line, and there's nowhere for CJ to go. 3rd and 21, and this Vikings defense is all over the Broncos. They've literally got no idea what's going on. And there's the first completed pass, and it's not enough. 2nd and 7. Minnesota want to put it in the end zone. They've been stopped getting into the red zone so far. That's another easy pass. While the defense is doing well, they're allowing some easy passes. 2nd and 10 after a bit of a flop by Randolph. Can the Vikings finally punch it into the end zone? And it's trying to get around the edge, and that's a sack! Von Miller in with a sack. And the defense brings it back again. 4th and 6, and the Vikings are going to kick in another field goal to take them up by 9. They've drove so well until they get into field goal range and just seem to stop. It's just past the 31-yard line. Here is Peyton Manning. He has been truly awful so far today. We're looking for him to pick it up before the end of the half. Spent quite a lot of time on his back. Knocking CJ down in the backfield for a loss of 6. 2nd and 16 for the Broncos, and they've just, every drive they've had long yardage situations. What a bad throw by Manning. There was no one there. He was miles off Demaryius Thomas. And that is an interception. Vikings have it 1st and 10 on the Broncos 47 with 42 seconds left. Bad throw by Peyton Manning has led to an interception. And DeMarcus Ware! No, sorry, Sylvester Williams with a sack.
The pass is completed, and they come up
4th and inches, and the Vikings kick a field goal, and we are going into half time with the Vikings leading 12-zip.
Now the defense is in a good situation.
2nd and 12 for the Vikings.
The Vikings yards at the line of scrimmage.
They've done well at moving the ball so far. And that's an interception! DeMarcus Ware picking the ball off. What a move! 2nd and 10. The Broncos need to start moving the ball.
Manning's going to be in the pistol here.
Peyton going for a play action. There we go. Owen Daniels with the catch, and the Broncos have a big first down, and they're in the red zone now for the first time this game. 3rd and goal for the Broncos from the 2. 2 yards to pick up. Can they do it? This Vikings defense has been so good, and that is a touchdown for the Broncos, and they are back in the game.
Everything is going to change here late in the 3rd going into the 4th.
And the extra point.
Easy extra point there. And that scoring drive was all thanks to DeMarcus Ware. 1st and 10 for the Vikings after the first drive after Bridgewater threw that interception to DeMarcus Ware. What can they do? And that is a sack. Derek Wolfe gets right round the edge. Bridgewater had barely finished off his play action move and he was going to the ground. 2nd and goal for the Broncos from the 7. The first half of the Broncos was woeful. Oh, and that's a terrible throw by Manning. Not sure what he was thinking. He threw it right into the arms of Greenway.
And I'll say this to the running backs.
1st and 10 for the Vikings on their own 3-yard line.
Stay with the run game, and I think it will work.
There's some pressure there, and he very nearly gets a safety, and he's away. It looked like Bridgewater was going to get tackled for a safety. The defender missed completely, and he runs for 22 yards and gets them out of danger. Going for the hurry-up offense. Peyton Manning needs to get this under control. There it is. Emmanuel Sanders, he's going to the end zone, and there's a flag. I don't know who it's on, but that's a touchdown Broncos for now. But it could be coming back, and it looks like it may be. That will be so disappointing for the Broncos. And that is illegal blocking in the back by Owen Daniels. The Broncos have struggled to get the offense moving all game. And one easy passing catch, and Sanders took it to the end zone. And they'll try it again with a Demaryius Thomas. Can the Broncos keep this? This has come out of nowhere. They've been struggling all game. And right now they're driving like they've never been. There, another easy pass on the slant for Sanders. And goal. And the Broncos have moved aggressively. And the way they've moved the ball in the last couple of plays, you'd think they'd never been playing, never had a bad game. And that's a flag. Not sure it's on yet. Holding offense, and the ball's coming back again. 2nd and 12 for the Broncos. 35 seconds left. They're within range to score. And that's an interception, and it's game over for the Broncos. And the Vikings are going to take the W. And the Peyton Manning of this offense has just really struggled so far. Here we go, and it's game over, and the Vikings have the W. A poor offensive display by Peyton Manning. 2 interceptions and a bunch of sacks. And he spent a lot of time on his back today. You have to give it to the Vikings though. Their defense was brilliant. And Terry Bridgewater surprised a lot of people today, throwing pretty well. Drove that Vikings offense down the field. Unfortunately didn't manage to get it in for a touchdown. But he got them within field goal range 4 times. The Vikings take the W. If this was your first time on our channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We'd also love to hear your comments, so leave them below. Also get your questions in for our podcast, which is released every Thursday, where we just review the news from the week. Well, we will be having F1 2015 series released every Tuesday. If you haven't watched that, I'm doing a series with Jensen Button going for the championship. Obviously we've got Madden, which is released 2 videos a week. Haven't set a date, just going to be as and when. Obviously Dying Light is a big one at the moment, so they're coming out a couple of times a week. So don't forget to watch them. If you want to buy any games for your PC or even Xbox or PSN membership, go to www.g2a.com. There's a link in the description. Just great games for great prices. So thanks again for watching, and bye bye.